What's going on, guys? This is Evan, the Dark Souls enthusiast, bringing out a Dark Souls gameplay commentary on the PlayStation 3. This is going to be a continuation of my New Game Plus series. You'll have to excuse me while I get a drink of water. It's better. And in this New Game Plus series, I just sort of do an unedited, or slightly edited experience of my journey through New Game Plus on this character. This character is a PvP build by nature, although it kind of takes some liberties just for my personal preference and character creation. I think that one could create a slightly more streamlined and perfect character, which is why you don't see me post the stat build on any of my videos, because this is not sort of the ideal character build for PvP of any variety. It just sort of makes do with what I can. It's kind of like 80% PvP, 20% what I like kind of thing, because I tend to customize my characters outside of what I consider to be perfect templates. But I didn't have a specific talk I want to talk about today. I just wanted to, just want to upload something. I haven't done any uploads in like 5 days. Been busy with school. That should come as no shock to the people that frequent these videos. I'm not going to talk a lot about school today. I'm so burned out on school, I'd rather not elaborate on any of my current experiences. But because I haven't done a gameplay video in so long, but I have been thinking about doing them, I did sort of come to some conclusions about what I want to do with the channel, what I don't want to do, things like that. I definitely think a couple of things I've decided I'm not going to do on this channel is I'm not going to do another Dark Souls complete gameplay walkthrough commentary thing. I enjoy doing them, and it definitely motivates me to play through the game entirely, but it is very time-consuming, and there's certain areas I just really don't want to commentate ever again, such as Blighttown, because I've already got, I think, 3 full commentaries of Blighttown on this channel. They're starting to feel redundant. So, and I think that a lot of people that come to these videos without looking at some of the other videos, and not that I blame them, sort of don't realize that there's a lot of repetition in some of the areas I explore throughout the game, and as a result, they ask me questions like, why are you talking about schoolwork, or why are you talking about your job, or your girlfriend, or why are you talking about the things other than Dark Souls? Well, first off, that's just my style. I like to talk about things other than just Dark Souls, and with over 20 hours of Dark Souls content on here, I think between the videos in the playlist I have over 20 hours, and I think in the videos just outside the playlist, I think I might be almost up to 30 hours. But in any case, in that length of time, there's a lot to talk about with Dark Souls, but 20 hours straight all Dark Souls all the time without getting a little repetitive in my Dark Souls conversations, I could see that being a problem. So that's why I vary the content a little bit. Just want to throw it in there because I have gotten a lot of comments. It tends to be one of those things where if I don't post a video for a couple days, between like 3 to 5, I walk away and come back and I look at the channel. I do see that as like the #1 question, like, Evan, what's with all this random conversation about random stuff? I came here for Dark Souls, and that's why. So hopefully some of the people that have those questions will catch this video and everything will be made clear. And if not, I'll just keep responding to the comments if and when I can. Moving right along, as I was alluding to earlier, there's some things I've decided I want to do with the channel. Some realistic goals I've set, kind of like working out, which I'm terrible at, which is, set goals that are realistic and follow them. And some of the goals I have currently, I actually want to leave open to discussion and poll. So I'll probably leave this video up for about 2 weeks and keep reading comments and responses to this. I don't really think always asking your subscribers of what you should do with your channel is a good choice, because I think that it's important to take ownership of the channel you run, and that I should be deciding the content I put out. But at the same time, viewer feedback I think is essential. And the things I'm considering doing, some things I definitely know I'm doing. I do know that when the new Dark Souls content comes out, I'm absolutely going to post it to this channel. In-depth analysis, whatever I can offer. Part of that will depend on what other commentators put out on YouTube, and part of it will depend on what I think I can offer, but I'll definitely be doing a blind run of those areas, meaning I won't research them online just the day it releases. I'll put out content and just go for it, and we'll see what I discover and things like that. Dark Souls is a game that's becoming so popular, not only becoming so popular, but is so popular and so interesting to a lot of people that there are a lot of discussion threads and posts online on the wikis and stuff that sort of outline how to play the game, the easy ways, the hard ways, etc. There's a lot of resources out there for Dark Souls, and I assume the new content will be no different. My intention is to go through those areas without reviewing the content. I want to experience them blind, probably on one of my characters I don't play much anymore. That way if I screw something up, it won't be a huge deal. And we'll just see what happens. Next, I have been getting a lot of Demon Souls requests, and I do love Demon Souls, but I talked in another video about a lot of the inconveniences of that game that sort of prevent me from playing it. And I've also got Dragon's Dogma. I haven't played it yet at all, but I have it. It's still in the shrink wrap, guys. I've just been busy with school, and I've been playing the heck out of Defense of the Ancients too. I did get a beta key for that recently, and I absolutely love it. I encourage anyone on the channel who's into those kind of games. Like, I'm getting a lot of requests to play with me on Xbox, people trying to add me and stuff like that, and I just not around a lot to set up those kind of gaming sessions. But like, if anybody just really wants to game with Ego Xeno, hey, if you've got an interest in the Defense of the Ancients kind of styled gameplay, let me know. I know that I will for sure be on DOTA 2 a lot. I'll probably eventually do some gameplay commentaries on it once I man up and pay for Fraps. Or, speaking of that, if anyone knows like a good software to record PC games, I know Fraps is, as I understand it, like the standard, but if someone knows a better program, let me know. I could go as high as $150 on the credit card for it, so let me know if there's some software out there that's great to record PC video while you commentate live, because I don't really like doing live comms on consoles, but I do like doing live comms on PC quite a bit. I've done one in the past, which is not currently uploaded to the channel. I had some music playing in the background, which was copyrighted, and I didn't want to get a strike on my account, so I can never upload it unless I mute the audio, and that's just not going to happen. So, definitely looking to do some DOTA 2 gameplay with subscribers. That would probably be what I most preferably want to put up on the channel is DOTA 2 gameplay with subscribers. That would be fantastic. So, if anyone is interested, has a beta key, or is willing to pay for a beta key, etc., I'd love to play with you guys. I would prefer experienced players because DOTA is the kind of game where losing is extremely frustrating. But as long as someone's willing to learn, I'd be willing to play with a complete novice, a complete rookie, someone who's playing the game for the first time, as long as they are receptive to like instructions and criticism. Because that's how I learned to play, was when other people were kind enough to tell me what I should have been doing. But getting off the DOTA 2 soapbox, I'm definitely going to finish this New Game Plus gameplay come hell over high water. Nothing will stop me from finishing this short of death. And I will try to do uploads at least every 5 days at a minimum. I'm about to enter the summer months, and I'm going to have a much more busy summer than I had originally planned for, but nevertheless, the summer months, baby, more uploads are coming. At least that's the plan. I really think I can stick to it, so anyway. Next up is, what's the next game I'm going to play? I know there's going to be some Dota 2 coming up on the channel, which I'm a complete noob at. I hate that word. I'm just a rookie at it. I'm still learning. I probably know how to play most of the heroes, but I don't know how to play any of them particularly proficiently. So that'll be coming to the channel, and I said I have Dragon's Dogma in the shrink wrap. I can take that out of shrink wrap and put that on the channel. I don't know anything about the game. I kind of feel like I'd just be putting up some pretty blind rookie footage of it, and I'm comfortable with that, but because I don't commentate live, I don't know if I could, I don't know how that would work. So, what do you guys think? I know in the past a lot of people suggested Dragon's Dogma to the channel, but that was before the game even released. Now that it's released, what's everyone think? Are we still looking for some Dragon's Dogma? The way I'm looking at it right now is, given my time constraints, I'd be willing to listen to sort of the subscriber fan base, and what are they more interested in seeing? Additional Dark Souls stuff? Maybe some Demon Souls? I haven't, the more I think about it, the more receptive I actually get to playing Demon Souls and just looking past all the imperfections of the game. So, I'm looking at maybe doing either some Demon Souls, some Dragon's Dogma, or just try to do some additional Dark Souls PvP after I do the New Game Plus series. And finally, I'm going to be talking to Flesh. Some of you guys probably see me link his channel in my description every single time. Flesh and I are kind of commentary buddies, and well, we haven't talked as much as we used to. We've been talking about maybe trying to get together and doing some live comms together, and if not live comms, then at least playing together and discussing our point of view during the game. Or maybe in a range where he does the live comms and then I do the post-game comm. I don't know, there's a lot of different ways we can do it, which we're still discussing, but we were thinking we'd do some Max Payne 3. Not a whole lot of that goes up on YouTube, but I really enjoy playing it. And I hate third-person shooters. I can't like stand Gears of War, for example, but Max Payne 3 has been really fun to play, and I don't know if the community will have the longevity of some other games I play, so I definitely want to get some of that up on the channel. So things to expect absolutely are some Dota 2 in whatever capacity that happens to, in whatever capacity I can make that happen. So Dota 2 is probably coming, the rest of this New Game Plus series is coming, definitely some more Dark Souls PvP stuff, and then either some Dragon's Dogma or some Demon Souls, I don't know which, and some Max Payne 3 stuff. That's all definitely coming, and whenever Black Ops 2 comes, that'll probably hit the channel. Considering how much I loved Black Ops, the original, I think it'd be kind of tragic if I didn't put some Black Ops 2 on the channel. I wouldn't expect any more Modern Warfare 3 stuff because, well, most of the people that are on this channel for Modern Warfare 3 have moved on, I've moved on, everybody's moved on. Occasionally I just put up MW3 stuff, basically just because I get the urge to play it with friends, so wouldn't expect a whole lot of FPS gameplay coming. I don't think FPS is my calling as a gamer, either in the just for fun sense or for the commentary sense, so that's kind of where the channel stands. This wasn't supposed to be a channel update video initially, but I realized I didn't have anything I want to share about the Painted World. If everyone's screaming for more discussion about gameplay, I'm sorry. There's nothing in the Painted World I'd really wanted to expose to you guys. In the past, this might be the only area I don't have a full walkthrough for on my channel because every time I've ever tried to record the Painted World, something has gone wrong. The recorder has died, the files become corrupt, my hard drive's crashed, just a slew of things have gone wrong that have prevented me from ever uploading a full Painted World gameplay, at least to my knowledge. So, I'm looking forward to putting this up on the channel. While it's not absolutely complete because I didn't go up and get the red soapstone because, well, I already have it for my first new game. And I think I might have missed a couple items here or there. Nothing critical. I have not missed any critical items in this walkthrough. So if you are watching these, as a walkthrough, as an accompaniment to like a strategy guide kind of thing, don't worry. You won't miss anything significant. I do hit all the major items while I'm here, and I might even hit almost all of them entirely. A couple things did not happen in this video due to the fact they occurred actually while I was invaded. I was halfway through the area on a recording, then I got invaded, which split up the video. The reason it wound up not getting uploaded was it was like a 10-minute duel of a guy that kept running from me, and I just didn't want to put up on the channel. I wound up winning it, that wasn't the problem, but I just didn't wind up putting it on the channel, clearly, so kind of went on and did other things. But, so the Black Dragon fight is not on this channel. It's not a Black Dragon, I'm sorry, Wishes of Blood, that'd be cooler. It's an undead dragon, excuse me. So, no, the undead dragon fight is not present on the video. No worries. There will be other ones for me to show in videos, and I think there's already some footage of them up on the channel. Nothing too exciting anyway. And that's something, this game just, I still say that this Dark Souls lacks sort of the epic enemies that Demon Souls had. Like, for those of you that have played Demon Souls, man, the Tower Knight, oh man, I've never quite had an experience like that in a video game, at least not in an action RPG where I'm like, how am I going to fight this thing? It's like 10 times my height. Anyway, for those of you who haven't played Demon Souls, there's no context for that, so you'll have to forgive it. Recently, I've gotten almost all the trophies in the PlayStation 3 version of Dark Souls, and that's definitely a goal, is to get all the trophies in the PS3 edition of Dark Souls. So definitely geared up for that. And other than that, not a whole lot on my mind for what's going to be going on. I did want to respond to a couple comments in this video. There's a lot of mechanics in this game that I've tried to touch on, but I'm not an expert on all mechanics in Dark Souls. I sort of play the game in a... I think I want to say I play Dark Souls in a very cerebral sense. I think a lot about it as I play it, but I am sort of trapped in my own shell of thinking. New information has become exposed about the game mechanics of this game, some of which I've integrated, some of them I haven't, and I don't know if I ever will. And certain things I just don't like to do, strategies and stuff like that. So to elaborate, I know that if you swap weapons when you're in stunlock, you can break stunlock, but usually I just prefer to take 2 hits, let the poise kick in, then I get out of it. Not exactly the best way to do it, but I was never aspiring to be sort of a perfectionist of Dark Souls. When I PvP, I miss a lot of backstab opportunities. I miss a lot of opportunities, period. So not trying to be like the expert duelist here. This is clearly like a low energy gameplay commentary. I just want to get something up on the channel. I think the painted world is cursed. I can never seem to get footage of it to put up on the channel, and now when I'm finally getting footage up, I'm not feeling my really expressive groove that I normally am, but that's okay. Always another commentary, always more to come. I find that when a lot of people watch videos, it's interesting that they tend to have, not that I blame anyone for this, but they evaluate video quality based in the context of that one video. Unless they're a subscriber, then they kind of look at it on the broader, how does this video compare to other videos? And that's how I've always done it when I've looked at YouTube. So if it's a first-time viewer watching this video and he's like, wow, this guy's not particularly exciting, not exactly informative, or whatever he may feel, or he might feel like, wow, this guy's great, I'm going to subscribe. Capturing people is difficult and important both. But it's just frustrating when you have, like, not every video you put out is going to be your best video. It's just, that was my original mentality I started a channel. I was like, make every video better than the last. But I found that my own human emotions and mood, tied with errors in my environment, school, whatever, it was just impossible to guarantee each video would be better than the last. So, and you sort of wind up in this scenario where you see people make a lot of like negatory comments on your videos or stuff like that. And that doesn't bother me so much as it's just funny because a lot of their complaints are addressed in other videos and stuff like that. And you're like, if you'll take the time to, find fault with the video, which, absolutely, all feedback's appreciated as long as it's constructive. If you find time to fault the video, maybe you can find time to watch another video in the series, because with well over 20 hours of Dark Souls gameplay on the channel, I definitely feel like there's something for everyone. The big Dark Souls uploaders are Sans and Epic Name Bro, and they're great. I watch both of them personally, and I feel like I also offer something to that community. I think I have a huge repository of Dark Souls content at this time, so I think people that are emphasizing Dark Souls and their gameplay commentary kind of style of watching video, or preference in watching videos, I think that I can deliver there. I really do. Which is a good feeling to know that, if nothing else, you've got a repository that's significant, at least in my mind, to the overall community of videos for Dark Souls. But, as with anything else, I think, as much as I'm hesitating to play it, I think uploading some Demon Souls to the channel would actually be a really good call, because since I've talked about in other videos, it has sparked a lot of interesting discussion in the comments, like, should I play this, should I not play this, things like that. And I think that if I just uploaded it, a full Let's Play of Demon Souls, I think that would capture a lot of those questions and give people something to watch. It would help round out the Dark Souls videos as well. Here's some Demon Souls to reference against. But oh man, that world tendency system. That is the thing about that game that I'm most afraid of going back to. I can handle consumable heals, I can handle all those things I don't like, but the thought of going back to that world tendency thing, oh god, that just sounds terrible. And trying to relearn certain things I at one time knew about the game kind of seems inconvenient. It's like Dark Souls, there's a lot you can learn about it, and if you're like me, you don't want to wind up playing a game to find out you didn't know a lot about it. So, not knowing everything is one thing, not knowing a lot of stuff is an entirely different affair. So, definitely a lot to think about, but Demon Souls would probably help to round out the channel a little bit, wind up with the entire Souls series on here. Then I'd have to, maybe I have to justify going back and playing like the Cain series and putting that on my channel, Legacy of Cain, which I believe Demon and Dark Souls are spiritual successors to. But we'll see. A lot of this is going to take a long time, particularly with the New Game Plus series still continuing and people still raging in the comments for more PvP videos, and that's awesome because I'm feeling some PvP too. I haven't had a big long PvP session in a while, at least not where I was going out like to PvP. I've actually had a great deal of PvP just by playing through the game, getting invaded, stuff like that, and that's one thing, but it's another to gear up, suit up, and go with the PvP mentality. I think that's something that people forget, is that for me, fighting an invasion when I'm, questing versus when I'm fighting an invasion that I went out for, entirely different things. If I'm standing around in the kill and asking for people to invade, I'm ready. Like, I'm in a mindset like, if I need to, I can pop consumables. Let's watch out for this or that. Let's be ready. But, you know, I get invaded when I'm questing. It's a completely different affair. So here comes the Priscilla fight, which I'm going to commentate through, and that will be explained here. Well, I think the fight itself will explain why. But, you know, the Priscilla dialogue, which I always listen to, you can read the subcaptions if it bothers you that I'm talking over it. I usually don't mute myself to listen to the audio dialogue of other characters in the game. You know, since I was asking for... I'm sorry for this pause, I keep taking drinks of water, my throat hurts tonight. Since I've been asking for so much feedback in this video for those that are willing to share it and have watched thus far, if I did do a Demon Souls, do you think a silent play would be something new to the channel? I tried to do like a silent play for the Armored Core videos, but A, I suck at Armored Core, B, no one cares about Armored Core, C, I stopped caring about Armored Core. The series didn't really pan out like I had hoped. So I guess my question would be, is anyone, you know, maybe a silent play of Demon Souls would be a good call, you know? Dark Souls is entirely commentated. I don't have any silent Dark... I have very, very, very little silent Dark Souls on the channel. And you'll see me struggling with Priscilla's invisibility. I enjoy this fight, but I find that I randomly screw it up just because fighting an invisible enemy is just something... Fighting an invisible enemy is something that I struggle with a bit. And I keep underestimating the power of bleed. Like, I take those hits, and I'm like, oh man, that wasn't too bad, and then blood loss kicks in. And then, before the last hit takes me down, I'm staring at my life, and I'm like, what happened? But anyway, guys, that is the end of this gameplay commentary. I will be silent for the rematch. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I hope to see everyone next time.